Hello and welcome. Today we're going to learn about your new hosted phone provided by VoicePro. We're going to take a look at the design of the phone and then talk a little bit about the basic functions. So let's take a look at the architecture of the phone. First of all, you'll notice the screen in the upper part of the phone, which delivers a lot of information. The day and date is usually on there when the phone is in an idle state, and then there's information that associates with the keys on the left hand and right hand side of the screen, as well as down below the screen you'll notice four what we call soft keys. And so information will be displayed on the screen associated with those buttons. At the very top, you'll notice a call indicator lamp that will flash when you have a call coming into your extension, as well as when you have a voicemail to listen to. It will also be flashing. To the right of the screen, there are programmable keys that can be used for the park function, or they can be programmed for specific extensions for one-touch functionality. Down below, the fixed program keys, you'll notice first of all the mute key that mutes the microphone function of your speakerphone. So if you want to listen in to a conference call, for instance, and not have a lot of background noise from your office heard on that conference call, the mute key can be quite useful. Speaker key down below is pretty self-explanatory. That's how you activate the hands-free function of your phone. Volume key next to that not only controls the volume of the speaker, but it also controls the volume of your handset and your ringer. All of these things can be individually tailored. By lifting the handset, you will then be able to control the volume there, and then when you hang up, you can control the loudness of your ringer. Keypad, pretty self-explanatory. And then you'll notice navigation keys, which allow you to move around the screen above. If you're looking at a directory in the screen, or looking through your call history, you can scroll up and down using the navigation keys. The soft keys are those keys that are below the display, and those change function depending upon what you're doing with the phone. So you'll notice words above them, above these buttons in the display, that will change. So in an idle state, there'll be one series of words. When you're in an active call, you'll see different words. Just a way to get away from having a whole bunch of single function buttons. The speaker, again, pretty self-explanatory. That's how you use the hands-free function of the phone. Now, making calls is as simple as picking up the handset and dialing 10 digits and hitting the send key. Now, the send key is the hashtag or pound symbol key. It also says send on the key, and I'm highlighting it, though it's very difficult to see the highlight. The main thing to remember, though, is it's always 10-digit dialing. So whether you're using the speaker or a headset or the handset, you will dial 10 digits to reach your party. And that even goes for calling down the street. You'll still use the area code. Receiving calls, we recommend answering calls when they come into your extension. You do that by lifting the handset or activating the speaker function or your headset function. So let's talk about transferring. Very common function that most people do from throughout their day. When you're on an active call and that needs to go to a different extension, you'll hit the transfer soft key. So you'll notice transfer, an abbreviated version of transfer, in the display above the button that you would push. Typically that's going to be the button on the left, which I'm highlighting. And Then you key in the extension number that you're transferring to. You hit transfer again and hang up. So it's transfer, extension number, transfer. And that's what we call a blind transfer. Now, if you need to do an announced transfer, you would hit the transfer key, the extension number, and then you'll want to hit the send key, which we talked about. It's the hashtag or pound symbol key, and I've also highlighted that. That will ring the extension. The person can then answer. You can talk to them, tell them who is being transferred to them. If they want to take the call, then you would hit transfer again. If you do not, if they don't want to take the call, then you can resume the call, and you can then transfer them into voicemail. And the sequence there would be transfer the number 8, extension number, and then transfer again. So I'll repeat that. If you want to transfer and announce the call, you would hit transfer, the extension number, and then the send key. The person answers. You let them know who is calling. If they want to take the call, you can hit transfer again and hang up, and you're done. If they don't want to take the call and you want to transfer that person to the voicemail, you would simply hit the end call soft key, and then you can resume your original call and send them into voicemail by going transfer 8, extension number, transfer. Paging through the phone is again a soft key function. When you look at the phone in an idle state, you'll see a page in the display above the button that is programmed for the page function. You would then press that button, lift the handset, make your announcement, and then hang up. Conference calling is very straightforward. When you're on an active call and you want to conference in an additional party, you press the conference soft key. That puts the first call on hold and gives you an immediate dial tone. You can dial the second party. When they answer, you press conference again, and you're all tied together. A couple of additional features to wrap up. If a call is coming into your extension and you don't want to take it, you want to send it directly to voicemail, simply hit the reject soft key, and that sends the call immediately to your voicemail. If you hear another extension in the office ringing and you want to answer it for that person, you dial *8 and then that person's extension number, and then press the send key. Your phone will ring and you can answer that call. If you're in the middle of a project and you don't want to be disturbed, you don't want your phone to ring at all, you can put it into DND or Do Not Disturb, and that sends all calls coming into your extension to voicemail. And we thank you for learning more about your hosted phone from VoicePro.